few years ago, I went upstate to Otisville prison to visit a Yid that was sitting there in prison. He was sitting in camp, which is a better version of prison. You should never know about it. And the place was buzzing over a story that had just transpired that I'd like to share with you. A Yid was put into prison, we'll call him Rabbi Yitzchak, for being involved in a Ponzi scheme that he was unaware of. Very sweet Yidele. And this Yid came to prison. He was sentenced to 6 months. And the first day that he came there, he was completely lost, broken, shattered, taken away from his family. The Yidden that were there tried to do their best in order to make him feel as comfortable as possible, especially Tuli. Tuli was an elderly Yid, a Yid about 80 years old, who Nebuch had been there already for a while. And he made sure that whenever a Yid came in, he was put at ease and to feel as comfortable as possible in that setting. So this Rabbi Yitzchak came in on his first day, and they called out count. A few times a day they call out count because it's camp and the prisoners are able to move about more freely. So they need to make sure that nobody's running away. So 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they called out count, and by count, the prisoners line both sides of the hallway, and a guard walks through and counts 1, 2, 3, 4 to make sure that nobody ran away. This Rabbi Yitzchak was standing in line together with the rest of the prisoners, and the guard that day was a particularly nasty guy. In fact, the inmates called him the Nazi because he was such a hardened person, and at times he acted very cruelly. So all the prisoners are standing, lining the hallway, and this guy's taking his time, even though there are visitors in the visitor center that are waiting for them. He doesn't care. This guy has all the time in the world. So he's standing around doing his own thing while the prisoners are lined up against the wall and waiting for him to complete the count, which just takes a minute. This Rabbi Yitzchak was not aware of the laws in the prison, and one of them is probably the harshest of them all: thou shalt not miscount. It's a cardinal sin for a person to miscount. And while he's standing there, he felt like he needed to use the bathroom. So he stepped away. He saw the guard was taking his time, so he stepped away and he went to the bathroom. About a minute after he left, the guard came to count, and he counted, and he's one short. And he starts getting all nervous, and he wants to make sure that he didn't make a mistake, so he goes back and he counts again. And he realizes that there's one prisoner who's missing. So he gets all upset and he says, "Where is he?" And his neighbor in line said, "I think that he had to go to the bathroom." So he stepped away for a couple of minutes. And this guard completely lost it. He was so upset because the prisoner had dared to miscount. So he ran to this guy's room and he started pounding on the door and says, "Get out, get out, get out." This Rabbi Yitzchak told me that he thought the world was coming to an end, the way that this guy was pounding on the door. So he opened up the door and he's quaking, and the guard is beet red. And he says to him, "You missed count." And the Rabbi Yitzchak said, "Listen, I had to go to the bathroom and I didn't know how severe it is to miscount. I just stepped away for a minute, and please forgive me. I just came here today. I don't know the ins and outs." And the guard says to him, "I don't care." He starts screaming at him, "You miscounted. I'm going to punish you. I'm going to show you guys that you don't rule this place. You guys think you can do whatever you want to do." And this Rabbi Yitzchak is shaking. He says, "Please forgive me." He says, "Forgiveness, nothing. It's not happening. You guys think you run this place, and I'm going to make an example out of you as to what happens for somebody who misses count. Go eat, and then you're going to give me your pass, which enables the prisoners to walk around, and I'm putting you into the shu." The SHU is a small room, which is just daled al daled, literally, 8 feet by 8 feet. And there's a bed there, and there's nothing else. It's solitary confinement. And once the guard puts somebody in there, Rahman al-Islam, they can stay there however long that the guy decides. For 1 hour a day, he needs to take out the prisoner. It's whenever the guard wants. It can be between 2 and 3 a.m. There's no interaction with people. They eat by getting food pushed in through the door. It's a terrible, terrible experience. Nobody should know about this. He says, I'm going to put you into the shoe and I'm going to make an example out of you. You guys will see that you need to abide by all the rules here and you guys can't do whatever it is that you want to do. This Yitzchak is crying and crying and crying. He says to him, please, I beg you, don't do this to me. I'm innocent. I was framed. I don't belong here. I miss my family. And the guy says, I don't want to know about all this. You don't run this place. I'm going to show you. I'm going to make an example out of you. Go eat. Yitzchak told me that he went to the room where they all ate, and his face is drenched with tears. And Tully, 80-year-old Tully, sees him. And Tully says to him, Yitzchak, what's going on? You're crying. Why are you crying? And he starts telling him what happened, that he stepped out to the bathroom when the guard was counting, and the guard wants to put him into the shoe, and he doesn't know what to do about this. He can't take it. Tully says, let me see what I can do. I've been here for a while. Let me see what I can do for you. Tully walks over to the guard. The guard was in the pantry, going through the pantry with his back to Tully, and Tully says to him, I need to talk to you. He says, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. Tully says, please give me a minute. The guard says, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. Tully says, please, 1 minute. And the guard turns around and he's beet red. And he says to him, what do you want? Tully says to him, I understand you. You need to lay down the rules. You need to show that people need to abide by all the rules here, and we can't do whatever it is that we want. I understand you. I don't blame you. I understand you need to put somebody into the shoe. But Yitzchak won't be able to take it. Yitzchak just arrived today. He's innocent. He was framed. He's a newbie here. You put him into the shoe, he'll snap. He'll go crazy. I understand you need to do this, but I'm begging you one thing. Put me in instead of Tully. Put me into the shoe. I'll take it. I can handle it. I can manage. I've been here for 8 years. Let Yitzchak go. And the guard looks at him, because nobody in their right mind goes into the shoe. And the guard says to him, are you making fun of me? And Tully says to him, I'm not making fun of you. Here's my pass. I promise you. Put me in instead of Yitzchak. He can't handle it. I'll manage. And this hardened guard, this guy who they called the Nazi, his eyes filled with tears. And he says, nobody does this besides for you. Only you Jews will do this for each other. Nobody in their right minds would do this. Take your pass back. Tell Yitzchak he's good to go. Both of you are off the hook. True story. I heard it from everybody involved. There's nothing more precious to the Eibishter when we daven for each other, when we put ourselves into someone else's shoes, experience their hardship, and cry for them. The Gemara compares those who are waiting for a shidduch to prisoners that need to get out. And we have to know that the most precious thing in the world is when we can put ourselves into someone else's shoes just for a moment and daven for them and cry out to the Rabbonim Shalom on their behalf. Only a Yid could do this. The Pasuk says that when Basya opened up Moshe Rabbeinu's box as a baby, V'hinei nar boiche, there was a child that was crying. And she said, Miyaldi ha'ivrim zeh, this is a Jewish child. How did she know it was a Jewish child? The Baal HaTurim says, V'hinei nar boiche is not Moshe. She saw that Aaron HaKohen, his brother, was standing on the banks of the Nile, and he was crying. And she looked and she saw there was another child crying for this child. And she said, if one child is crying for another child, this must be a Jew, because only they know how to cry for each other. And this is what the Rabbonim Shalom wants. The Tefillah Shlomo says, I'll gift a free gift to the one who I want to gift freely, and I will have pity on the one who I want to have pity on. So he says, when we daven for each other, then even if the person who is davening doesn't have enough merits that the Eibishter should listen to him, but because he's davening for someone else, the Eibishter says, I will give a freebie to the one who doesn't even deserve it. And even if the person who he's davening for is undeserving, I will have mercy and pity on him, the Eibishter says. So on this Chamisha Asar B'Av, when the incredible organization Yad La'achim has everybody davening for each other, where we all have each other in mind, that we can give in our names, go to tuba'av.org and let's daven for each other, and let's poil ois alas gitz. We'll see Yeshuas and Nechamas.
Let's daven for each other.
Let's daven for each other.
And let's daven for each other.
Yad La'achim
has this amazing initiative.
Tu B'Av together for Shidduchim.
To be mispalel for ourselves, for our families, for each other.
It's an unbelievable schus for all the Yidden to get together.
Tefillah Rabbim has a special power.
It's a gewaltige Eis Ratzon, a time when we can have our requests and tefillah answered.
Everybody needs to tune in.
TuBa'av.org.
Say Tehillim together, Zman Mesugel for Inyan Shidduchim.
Let it be that the tefillahs of this Tu B'Av be oimed lefnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
All the people that are looking for Shidduchim, Be'ezus Hashem, will find their intended match.